Hey guys, what's up? This is your man Jacky here. So this time I want to talk about struggling with God. So struggling with God is something that's really common behavior between our relationship with God, and oftentimes we go against God's will. Typically examples can include like addiction, bad habits, and like even idolatry. Pretty much everything that displeases God. One thing you may ask is, how do you escape from this struggle? To do that, you must first understand the source of the problem: sin. From the very first moment of time where Garden of Eden existed, our ancestors committed the very first sin. From then on, because God is perfect and cannot allow sin to enter the heavenly realms, sin has separated humans from God, and because of this sin, we struggle with God. So the most logical thing to do to escape our struggle with God is to break away from sin, right? Although Jesus Christ came and saved humanity and washed away our sins, our human nature isn't as strong, and oftentimes we head back to sin. What do we do then? I mean, even when I committed myself to Christ, I still can't find myself, I still find myself struggling with God. There's nothing I can do. What can I do? But don't worry, there's one person from the Bible that also had same struggles. Meet Jacob, one of the grandsons of Abraham, who God promised him and his descendants the promised land. Jacob wasn't good by any means. If you look at Jacob before this, he resorted to guile to get his brother Esau's birthright and got the blessing from his father Isaac instead of Esau. In the end, he ran away from his brother to his uncle Laban to live. He had several children there with women he didn't really love, and wasn't really a great father to them. However, we can see that in the previous chapters before, Jacob got everything through trickery, like tricking his brother Esau to get his birthright, and tricking his uncle Laban as well. It was his way to get around his problems. But fortunately, Jacob also knew God and was with him, and that he could rely on him. Many years later, God told him to go back to his old home, but he was kind of afraid of his brother because he didn't know how to, and he didn't really know how to resolve his problems. One night, God appeared to him and wrestled with him. Okay, so enough talk for me. It's getting boring, and I made this little clip, and this is how I kind of imagined it. But please note, this is not exactly how it happened. This is just like a fan-made film. So in the wrestling match, Jacob wrestles with God until daybreak. When God touches the hollow of Jacob's thigh, he dislocates and demonstrates that he could actually easily defeat Jacob at any time. This was a lesson in humility for Jacob, showing that Jacob, compared to God, he isn't much. Yet, knowing full well that he was nothing, Jacob did something remarkable and brave. He refused to give up until God gave him a blessing. He continued to fight, but now it's for God and not against God. I believe that the reason for the encounter was to ensure that Jacob, who became Israel afterwards, had the correct motivation, the heart, the attitude towards God. It was a lesson of humility, and that Jacob's lesson to rely and long for God and his promise. The dislocated leg will remind him of the night that he wrestled with God. and he should always rely on him and hold on to him in his plans. I don't even know how you not eat your beard. Okay, now that I get this out of the way, let's keep going. As Christians, we have to know that we ourselves are just mere humans, and there's so many things that we just can't handle ourselves. But like Jacob, we should learn not only to rely on intelligence, but to also rely and develop a strong relationship with God, because He would teach us and guide us back to a righteous life. Don't forget though, God always loves you. He really wants you to have a better and righteous life. Reading the Bible, praying, studying His Word through the church gatherings can help you guide you and develop a stronger relationship with you and God, and help you through your struggles. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Just want to say thanks to all my viewers and my friends, Yeez and Daryl, for helping me out. Without them, I couldn't have done this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and see yous. Peace.